Hi there, Internet. Sorry about last night. There was a blizzard, and we were playing board games like Battleship and other B words. I don't know. At some point, this turned into a procession of B words. But, so we did not end up going live. I looked at it and I was like, oh, we're late. Whoops. Okay, forget it. We'll go live tonight! And we are here live tonight for another chapter of Rinkitink in Oz, the 10th book of the Oz series, and we are ready for chapter 20. Dorothy to the rescue. Dorothy, she's going to randomly show up? Apparently. Who knew? Oh. Sorry, I just ate a whole bunch of hot wings, and I had to eat them really fast before we went live, and now my mouth is on fire.
So you're talking really fast.
So I'm talking really fast, according to my daughter. But that's because my face is aflame.
Or it could be since I'm still tired and my brain is taking a longer time to process your words. So it seems like you're talking really fast.
No one on this video can hear you, but I can't start talking until you're done. She's just over there mumbling stuff. I think she's really tired. And she needs to go to bed at a decent time on the weekends.
She does. I got 6 hours of sleep last night.
Everybody agrees with me. All right. Chapter 20, Dorothy to the rescue. One day when Princess Dorothy of Oz was visiting Glinda the Good, who is Ozma's royal sorceress, she was looking through Glinda's great book of records, wherein is inscribed all important events that happen in every part of the world, when she came upon the record of the destruction of Pingaree, the capture of King Kitticut and Queen Garee, and all their people, and the curious escape of Inga the boy prince, and of Rinkitink and the talking goat. Turning over some of the following pages, Dorothy read how Inga had found the magic pearls and was rowing the silver-lined boat to Regos to try and rescue his parents. The little girl was much interested to know how well Inga succeeded, but she returned to the palace of Ozma at the Emerald City of Oz on the next day, and other events made her forget the boy prince of Pingaree for a time. However, she was one day idly looking at Ozma's magic picture, which shows any scene you may wish to see, when the girl thought of Inga and commanded the magic picture to show what the boy was doing at that moment. It was at the time when Inga and Rinkitink had followed the King of Regos and the Queen of Korigos to the Gnome King's country, and she saw them hiding behind the rock as Kor and Gos passed them by after having placed the King and Queen of Pingaree in the keeping of the Gnome King. From that time, Dorothy followed, by means of the magic picture, the adventures of Inga and his friends in the Gnome King's caverns, and the danger and helplessness of the poor boy aroused the girl's pity and indignation. So she went to Ozma and told the lovely girl ruler of Oz all about Inga and Rinkitink. "Well, I think Calico's treating them dreadfully mean," declared Dorothy, "and I wish you'd let me go to the Gnome country and help them out of their troubles." "Go, my dear, if you wish to," replied Ozma, "but I think it would be best for you to take the wizard with you." "Well, I'm not afraid of the gnomes," said Dorothy, "but I'll be glad to take the wizard for company. And may we use your magic carpet, Ozma?" "Of course. Put the magic carpet in the red wagon, and have the sawhorse take you and the wizard to the edge of the desert. While you are gone, Dorothy, I'll watch you in the magic picture, and if any danger threatens you, I'll see you are not harmed." Dorothy thanked the ruler of Oz and kissed her goodbye, for she was determined to start at once. She found the Wizard of Oz, who was planting shoe trees in the garden, and when she told him Inga's story, he willingly agreed to accompany the little girl to the Gnome King's caverns. They had both been there before and had conquered the gnomes with ease, so they were not at all afraid. The wizard, who was a cheery little man with a bald head and a winning smile, harnessed the wooden sawhorse to the red wagon and loaded on Ozma's magic carpet. Then he and Dorothy climbed to the seat, and the sawhorse started off and carried them swiftly through the beautiful land of Oz to the edge of the deadly desert that separated their fairyland from the gnome country. Even Dorothy and the clever wizard would not have dared to cross this desert without the aid of the magic carpet, for it would have quickly destroyed them. But when the roll of carpet had been placed upon the edge of the sands, leaving just enough lying flat for them to stand upon, the carpet straightway began to unroll before them, and as they walked on it, it continued to unroll until they had safely passed over the stretch of deadly desert, were on the border of the Gnome King's dominions. This journey had been accomplished in a few minutes, although such a distance would have required several days' travel had they not been walking on the magic carpet. On arriving, they at once walked toward the entrance to the caverns of the gnomes. The wizard carried a little black bag containing his tools of wizardry, while Dorothy carried over her arm a covered basket in which she had placed a dozen eggs, with which to conquer the gnomes if she had any trouble with them. Eggs may seem to you to be a queer weapon with which to fight, but the little girl well knew their value. The gnomes are immortal, that is, they do not perish, as mortals do, unless they happen to come in contact with an egg. If an egg touches them, either the outer shell or the inside of the egg, the gnomes lose their charm of perpetual life, and thereafter are liable to die through accident or old age, just as all humans are. For this reason, the sight of an egg fills a gnome with terror, and he will do anything to prevent an egg from touching him, even for an instant. So when Dorothy took her basket of eggs with her, she knew that she was more powerfully armed than if she had a regiment of soldiers at her back. And that is the end of Chapter 20, Dorothy to the Rescue. Well, she ain't rescue nobody. That's a poorly named chapter. Tomorrow night we'll read Chapter 21, The Wizard Finds an Enchantment, which I assume means the wizard will do nothing in the next chapter, because that's apparently how we name the chapters in this book. I get confused sometimes. Hey, everybody. It's been fun reading. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Facebook Live. I'm going to try not to be playing Battleship. Good night.